Hi, we're Susie and Otto Collins, and in this video, we're talking about loving yourself. How do you love yourself more? And
what happens when you don't?
stay tuned. In this video, we're talking about loving yourself. Susie, what does loving yourself mean?
Well, that's so individual. It doesn't just mean one thing. And a lot of times we don't even know when we're not doing it.
And so much of the time, we don't even know what loving ourselves means to us. We have these ideas about what loving ourselves means. I remember there was a coaching client that we had not too long ago, and to her, loving herself, especially around the holidays, it meant that your family and your friends had to show up a certain way, or else that wasn't love, and she had to show up a certain way, or that wasn't love. And so that's just one small example of how sometimes we have these ideas about what loving ourselves looks like, and what we don't realize is we're always doing things that would be an example of love in our own world, but so much of the time we don't realize why we do the things that we do.
Right, we do them out of habit. And things that I loved what you said a while ago about loving ourselves. We kind of do it sideways, in a sideways kind of way. Like, we think that stopping at the fast food place when we know we shouldn't eat fast food, oh, but I deserve it. I deserve to eat those French fries and whatever, And that's loving myself. Well, it kind of backfires after a while. And it's not really, and it doesn't really have that feeling that when you truly, really love yourself. Like, I remember somebody was telling me that when she said no to somebody that she'd never said no to, about something that she really didn't want to do, it felt so good inside. And that was loving herself. Not that you always have to say no to people to love yourself, but that's just one little example of where that true feeling of loving for yourself comes from. It's way deep inside.
Loving yourself can show up so many ways, and most of the time we don't realize how it should show up for us in ways that truly are loving. One of the ways that most people don't talk about when they talk about this topic of loving yourself, most people don't talk about where just true loving yourself wisdom comes from. We believe that there's always something deep within us that if we will allow that wisdom, that inner guidance to work through us and to flow through us, we will always be doing whatever would be the most loving, the most kind thing that we could ever do for ourselves. Most of the time, we're doing what I call listening to the loud voice instead of listening to that small, still voice that is so often within.
Yeah, the loud voice that says pick a fight, or lie, or whatever, that's really loud.
Right.
And we just kind of cover over that still small voice that says, now wait a minute. Let's just sit here and not answer that email really quickly here,
Yes.
And shoot off some nasty thing that we were going to write. But let's just sit here and just calm, come into some calm, and that still small voice will tell you what to do next.
It always does.
That will be for your highest good.
We believe, as one of our core values, one of the things that's always working through us, flowing through us, is this thing we call love. And the only thing we believe that ever gets in the way of love in your life and loving yourself is when fears, doubts,
Right.
insecurities, all of those things, when they creep up and creep in, and you start crimping down and shutting off the flow of love. That's what happens, because we believe that love is flowing through us all the time. It's just that we're the ones shutting it off. Loving yourself, it amounts to one thing as far as we see, and that is that just allowing the flow of love that's flowing through us all the time, just allowing it to flow.
And to me, it's a deep feeling down deep inside, kind of in my heart area. And it's not all the rattling thoughts that are going around in our heads all the time, but it's that knowing, that's deep knowing of, oh yeah, that would be good to do. Like and it's not always something that you do. It could be just sit, as we talked to before.
Yeah. Loving yourself, something that is so important, and it's just one of those things that if you are able to find that place within where you can love yourself, it's just life flows better and life gets easier and easier, and you're a whole lot better to live with and be with, I might add. So we're Susie and Otto Collins. If you like this video, please subscribe here on YouTube. Hit the red subscribe button here, and let us know also what other videos or what topics you'd like to have us cover in future videos. Also, post your comments below. We'd love to hear them, and we'll respond to them if there's something that's percolating for you with what we've talked about in this video about loving yourself. So again, we're Susie and Otto Collins from SusieandOtto.com, and thanks so much for watching this video.